Tonight, from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California, it's Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. We'll see Trey Lance and the San Francisco 49ers taking on Matt Ryan and the Indianapolis Colts.
It is a part of the country that could definitely use the rain, but it's also going to make for a very wet track tonight here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Indianapolis Colts. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, you take a look at these 49ers as they interplay here. They come in with some fresh legs as they got the week off last week thanks to the early season bye.
And usually you hope your bye comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get fresh legs back, you take that time and you run with it.
Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their now 36-year-old quarterback who's in his 14th NFL season, the former MVP, Matt Ryan.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
They give to Taylor out of the gun. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Play action, Ryan. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Javon Kinlaw breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. So much for coming out throwing as it leads to an early 2nd down and long. Another try after the first down sack. Ryan, and that throw behind his man. He missed him, incomplete.
You definitely would like to hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll check this down to Hines. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. We'll check on his status when we get back. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. The Niners offense making their way out, and they are led by the 3rd overall pick back in this year's draft out of North Dakota State, Trey Lance.
And coming off of an early season open week. And in this situation, what he told us when we sat down with him was he spent a lot of time working on fundamentals, kind of getting back to basics during that time, as opposed to having to worry about healing up or resting up. It's too early in the season. Get back to the basics, get his game going again.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Working from the gun, Lance. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
They run the counter. Mitchell. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Flush to his right. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Kyle Shanahan, an offensive mind, but his guys stopped up short. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Ryan. A pass underneath. Here's Hines with it. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Because his primary job is defending against the pass, you don't often see a cornerback making tackles in the backfield. But he's playing run all the way here.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. They'll run on 1st down. Hines. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. This is Hines. And down inside the 15 he goes. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Ryan. This to Hines on the drop-off. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. Rodrigo Blankenship for the Colts field goal. We're scoreless after 1. And the first play will be a field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. Blankenship's kick is good. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he's watching that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in. And had just enough to get it done.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily The coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Here's Lance to throw it. He'll buy some time right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give them 5 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So here are the Colts to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. And they'll start on the ground with Hines. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now a give right side. It's Hines. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
On 1st down, Hines. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now it's Ryan. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
On 3rd down, Ryan. Throw left side complete. That's Hines. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. Blankenship's kick is good. And that will make it 6-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Ray McLeod to return. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. DeForest Buckner able to record his 5th sack of the season.
It was a little bit of a surprise when DeForest Buckner was traded from the San Francisco 49ers to the Indianapolis Colts prior to the 2020 season. But it sure paid off for Indy. Named All-Pro for the first time with 9.5 sacks.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big 3rd down play there for the Niners. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And Lance going to throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Steps away to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Kwity Paye in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career. Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. Play action. Now it's Lance. They'll roll him out right. There he goes inside the 30. And finally marked down at the 23. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The kick by Gold is good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far here in the second quarter. And Ryan's throw into the hands of Pittman here. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Look that one in, and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you wanted to give him a little extra for the effort. But instead, he sets his guys up in excellent shape for a 1st and goal. And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
On 2nd and goal, Ryan to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin our tour up at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. Next, we'll head over to check on the Giants at home at MetLife Stadium. And it was the visiting Carolina Panthers who were victorious in that one. DJ Moore leading the way with 3 touchdown catches. And finally, on Monday Night Football, a good one in the NFC. Saints and Seahawks live from Lumen Field in Seattle. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. McLeod now on the return. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. To throw, it's Lance. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team right on the midfield stripe. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Now it's Hines. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. They run again with Hines.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On 3rd down, it's Hines. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 43 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run with Hines, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On 2nd down, it's Hines, and he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another 1st down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. They'll run on 1st down. Hines. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Dre Greenlaw in there on the tackle. 2nd and 9. Now they'll throw it with Ryan. And complete right side to Cook. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Hines. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
That's on the tackle, Braden Smith. A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for 3rd and goal. zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
So out comes the field goal team once more. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Blankenship's kick is good. And the lead stretches to 9. It's now 12-3. So the lead extended. I think at this point you say, hey, defense, take us to the end.
Well, if I got some good music to put to that, I could have a good country hit. I like the way you express yourself there. I think the offense has done enough so far. But like you say, if your defense is only giving up 3 points, makes it a lot easier to settle for field goals on this side of the ball.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Buying time to his left. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Lance looking to throw it. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Lance now on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Quiddy Pay able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
I think you can easily follow the thinking there. The pressure on the last play, it got to him, so they decided, let's get him out of there, bootleg him out to the right. Unable to complete the pass downfield, but the thought process, spot on.
And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. It would have been a 1st down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 74 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Hines. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Ryan. Got a man, it's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown. Michael Pittman, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Colts look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. To throw for it is Ryan. That's caught at the 1. And he is to bump the lead up 2 more. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Throwing on 1st down is Lance. Rolling to his right. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. A big connection. reception on that one. 39 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And Lance now to throw. He'll buy some time right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. 2nd and 10. Now Lance. They'll roll him out right. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Throwing now is Lance. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. This Colts D up to the challenge so far, but they need another stop here on 3rd and goal. Again, they'll throw it with Lance. Checks this one down. It's Mitchell. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this Colts defense comes up with a goal line stand. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
On 2nd down now, it's Hines. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. From the shotgun, Ryan. And he'll find Pittman. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On 1st down, Hines, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Second down and 8. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Indianapolis, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And they will head home next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll try